is up, gang? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm bringing you two items that were recently sent to me by a company called Tuvren, and Tuvren makes auto accessories, all sorts of phone accessories. I had to scoop a couple things up. I've been working with no phone mount in this F30 for far too long. Spoiler alert, they sent us a phone mount and a phone case, which I'm going to run over today. They're both exceptional. I've had the phone case on now for probably about a week, so I've been testing it out, testing the quality, making sure it's good. I've had to test out the phone mount a little bit just to make sure I'm bringing you guys quality products. And of course, I'm happy to say this thing's gonna work perfect. Let's take a look here. We have the Tuvren car cup mount holder. You guys have probably seen similar items to this, but I'll show you one cool thing that I love about this one. I've had other similar phone mounts in the past. This one has a unique difference, which I love. It fits the F30 much better. Let's just jump into the install, the mod. I don't know what you want to call this one, but we've been getting hit with a ton of snow lately. We got like 2 feet, I think, somewhere around that, maybe 1.5 feet, something absurd. Just cleaned off the F30 for the first time since all the snow and salt, so it's gonna be a little dirty, but don't mind that. Let's jump into this install. There should be basically a couple pieces. This is fairly simple. We have the cup holder mount, the actual phone mount or device mount. You can actually hook up some pretty sizable devices to this thing. Grabbing the two pieces that we have here, we can just kind of easily bend this up and get it out of the way of the cup holder. And then on the back side of the actual device mount, you will notice a couple holes there and then some ridges on this side. So just pop that into place, click it in like that, so that way it's on there nice and snug, not gonna go anywhere. Now we are ready to basically get this thing installed. For starters, we can remove this because obviously you need your cup holders to do this mod. On the F30, you have two kind of countersunk cup holders back here. They're pushed in a little bit. The issue I've always ran into when it comes to these type of phone mounts with the ones that go into the cup holder, these pieces here don't typically bend or don't bend all that much, but this has so much play in it that you can basically set your phone or device anywhere you want. In the case of the F30, it's nice because you can basically put it in and get it pushed out and up away from your shifter, up away from all your console and everything. So let's go ahead and install this. If you look on this portion of the phone mount, you'll notice that it has this part here which twists, and when you twist it clockwise, these pieces here start to protrude out. So we're gonna just start by expanding these a little bit just to get us close to where we need it to be, and then we can go ahead and get it into the cup holder. Kind of snug, but then you want to go ahead and keep twisting that counterclockwise until the phone mount is really seated in there and there's not a lot of wiggle room. One, you get play here, so you can go any 360 motion you want. This thing is totally malleable. You can basically move this thing anywhere. You can get it into a position that you like. I like mine basically offset to the side here, right over this piece of console. That way it's out of the way of my shifter. I have access to all my controls. I can get my cup holder here, my other cup holder. Everything on my phone is out of the way. So let me just get this situated perfectly and then we'll jump into mounting the phone. Now I'm pretty happy with this placement. Again, I've given myself room to basically use the shifter. In fact, it can maybe even go in a little more, but I don't have any issue getting clearance here. Again, I have access to all these buttons. Everything is where it should be. My phone basically from the point of view is going to be pointed at me. So if I need to look at GPS, if I am at a stoplight or stopped, you know, read a text or something, not while driving, guys, don't do that. But I do want to take a moment just to shout out Tuvren for sponsoring today's video and shooting me these two accessories. I'm stoked on it. I've been lacking on the phone mount game since I've bought this car. Like I said, I've done a couple of the like magnetic mounts. Phone always falls off. These phones are getting bigger and heavier, so like the magnet's just not strong enough. I tend to take turns with high G's, so things just go flying. This will keep my phone in place. While we're at it, let's just take a quick look at the phone case. This is the brown leather phone case from Tuvren for the iPhone 11. I just scooped this up. What better way to protect it than throwing on a nice 100% genuine leather case, guys? This thing like smells delicious. Perfectly clean, brand new leather. I love it. It's almost like a brand new car. So I'm going to show you guys a tip with this. After we get the phone mount installed, it'll help elongate the life of this case. You also have these two buttons on the side here. If you pinch both of these at the same time, you can then slide this up to fit a larger device, or if your phone is massive, that works too. Basically, you want to pop your phone in, let it seat how it would. So right now you can tell it's a little big. What I actually recommend is taking the phone out a little bit, dropping this down below the phone, which is good because then it allows you to use the spring tension to keep the phone in place, and then just slide your phone in and get this over the top. you have a very, very solid phone mount. Now you're driving, you know, you're doing your thing, and then you gotta look for directions. It's right there. You don't have to like pick it up, touch it. You can, if anything, just tap it and you can check the time. This is so much better than having to fumble around. And like I was saying, honestly, when I take turns, like all my stuff just goes flying. I'm sure you guys have lost a lot of stuff in these crazy holes down here that tend to just eat things. I've always had a hard time finding something that fit with the F30. I've tried like mounts that go in your vents. I've tried the ones that you stick on. They're magnetic, like I was saying. I've even had another cup holder mount, but this piece was not nearly as flexible and adjustable, so it didn't really fit right. It was mashing into this. It didn't come out far enough. Whereas this, and you can just tell how far out this thing is actually sitting from the cup holder. And just look at that case. I love the black with the brown leather. It's just such a clean look. And then the last function of this, which I've already kind of showed you, is that you can basically spin it, which now it's a little bit in the way of this. Again, I can always bring it out more to make it fit, but it does have full rotation. So if you're doing navigation, you like having it long ways or horizontal, you can flip it that way. And another thing I'm super psyched about, you can throw your boot mode gauges on your phone. If you have the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth set up on your boot mode app, you can sign into this and get your gauges displayed. And then just like that, now we have all of our gauges. You can set up whatever gauges you want to be looking at. It's all easily readable from the driver's point of view. You're not fumbling with anything. If you're doing some data logging, it's all right there. You can check your numbers while you're driving. So I'm really excited to finally have something like this in the car. It's just gonna make the whole cockpit a lot cleaner, things more put together. Oh, one other great thing about this, my F30 does not come with the comm box, so I have to physically wire up my phone to my F30. I've had a struggle where I didn't have a cord that was long enough to go from the center console here out to the phone. But now it's right where it needs to be. We can just plug it in, listen to music, GPS, boost gauges, everything you want right there. Fits, it's clean. As always, I will have links down below to all the products in this video, as well as all my mod lists. So if you guys are ever interested in anything that I have on the F30 or Prelude even, or you want to go scoop up this phone mount or the phone case, just go down below, click the link, find what you need, go buy that. Enjoy it. For right now, I actually want to take the phone out and do a little bit of coverage on this phone case because I am equally as excited for this as I am this mount. In fact, I might even like this case more. This case is so clean. You have this nice suede, I don't know if that's suede or just the inside of leather, but it's a nice soft texture, so you're basically not going to be scratching the back of your brand new or slightly used iPhone. In order to protect this phone case long term and make sure it lasts me a long time, I'm going to go ahead and take it back off the phone, set the phone aside for a moment. Actually, we may as well just pop it into our new fancy car cup holder mount here. I want to show you guys what we can do with this to make sure it stays nice and protected, waterproof, and doesn't get ruined. If you guys have leather shoes or anything, you may have something like this laying around. It's a conditioning oil or a mink oil or a leather protector. Any of those things will work. I use this a lot on shoes, you know, whatever leather I have, belts, just to keep it nice and hydrated, keep the leather waterproof, just makes it last a lot longer. It also gives it a nice patina, kind of like a darker color. So you don't need a lot, just kind of bundle up the end and get a little bit of the leather protector on there or mink oil, whatever you're using. Then we're just gonna slowly with circles kind of rub it into the leather, and you will probably immediately notice how much darker the leather gets from doing this. Just a heads up, your phone case will be a little bit, not wet, but it'll be a little bit tacky until the leather protector soaks into the leather a bit more because it is a fabric, so it does take a little bit. And just like that, our phone case is better protected from the elements. It's gonna have a nice waterproof texture to it. You don't need to put any really on this suede, just where the shiny leather is. Another thing I love about leather is the more you use it, it'll start to get some dark areas, some lighter areas. It will start to look a little bit more worn, which I think looks really good. I'm a big fan of that simple kind of modern gentleman type of, you know, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Again, if you guys want to pick one of these up, I know they have it in this brown color. They have a black, a blue, and I think they may even have a couple other colors that they've recently added. So make sure you go check out their store, cop one of these, protect your phone, and just add a little bit of steez to your phone game. And that is pretty much gonna wrap it up for the accessories. Again, Tuvren, thank you so much for sending out these accessories. I'm totally in love with them. It's definitely upped My F30's cockpit game makes everything still look clean, simple, and like I said, the best thing I love about that phone mount is my stuff is not going to be flying everywhere when I go around turns or merging onto the highway. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Stick around if you are a frequent watcher of this vlog and this channel, because I have a couple updates. But for anyone who just stopped by to watch the video for the accessories for their F30 or other car, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you go enjoy it and pick it up. Send me some cockpit pictures of your F30 with your setup, what you guys rock for phone mounts, cases, what other stuff. And if you do pick up the 2Vren one, definitely send me some pictures so I can maybe forward it along to them. Just a couple updates on the channel. So I apologize on kind of the lack of frequent uploads lately. I've been trying to put a little bit more quality into my videos as far as editing and even recording, not even in post. A lot more time has gone into actually making these videos, which does just take more time, and therefore I can't make as many videos. Also, the snow does not help my case at all. Luckily, now I have this garage space where I can do some work, but all that aside, if you guys have been watching the channel, you know that I have you guys can't even see it, I have a parts car for the Prelude, which I've been pulling the manual transmission stuff out of, and I'm very happy to say that we finally have all the parts out. I think it took us almost like 3 weeks or so, 3.5 weeks to get everything out that we needed. Now I'm just getting some parts off the parts car for some people that need them, and then the car's gonna go off to the junkyard and I'll be done with it. But I'm going on and on here. Essentially the plan was to finish up the Prelude, at least getting the manual parts out of it. I did want to do the full swap on my car before I went on this trip, but fortunately we're just not there, so I'm gonna do it when I get back. Coming to the channel soon, we're making a trip down to Tennessee. I'm gonna go visit my dad, but I'm also gonna go down there and bring the Prelude with me. Whoop. Bring the Prelude with me. That way I have a car to work on, have a car to do mods with. Might be doing some big things to the Prelude's interior while we're down there. Last couple updates. If you guys missed the Black Friday sale, you slept on it. You could have got your merch so cheap, but if you didn't, you know, go buy it now. You can still scoop something up. I don't have a lot left in inventory. The purpose of the Black Friday sale was to get rid of a lot of the old merch because I'm making room for the new merch. So I've just placed the order for new hoodies, new long sleeve tees. Make sure that you guys are warm in the winter time. I'm gonna hold off on doing the short sleeve tees until we get to like summer, springtime at least. I'm really excited. It's a whole new design that I haven't really had on this channel at all, so I'm stoked. Stay tuned for that. Probably a couple weeks the new merch will be live on the channel. And yeah guys, I think that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. As always, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Leave some good vibes if you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification button so you never miss another moment of Elevated. Keep elevating, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.